Alright, today I want to talk about what is more free-to-play friendly, summoning for King or Escanor, the two next festivals to come for global. I actually stole, it isn't stealing because I let him know. I stole this idea from Darkskin. He made a similar video on Genshin where he talked about the two latest characters, Child, I don't know how to say, and Zuling. Listen, I don't play the game. He talked about which one's more free-to-play friendly because it's a good point. Which one the free-to-play players should be summoning for, considering what would be best for them to use in general. So I will be presenting my points and then talking about it, but for the most part, I have spoilers. I think Escanor is just a little bit more ahead. And the reason for it is not because Escanor is better, it's just everything around it. So King, I'll play with them both by the way for the video, but just as a quick summary for King first. King is a fantastic hero. His team with Hendrickson, when he released, was a menace. Like, it's just way too strong. But that's the thing, right? If you want to use King, you don't have to just build King, you also have to build Hendrickson. Now, that means that you're also gonna have to give him war gear. And it can go either way for you. You can use HP defense or attacking defense. I personally went to HP defense because he usually would get slapped by Lost Vein. So I figured HP defense would be better. But you could go with attacking crit damage, attacking defense. You can do whatever with him, honestly. But for the most part, you will have to give him war gear. Meaning, yes, the future Demon Hendricksons to come will already have UR gear, that's a good investment maybe, but we don't know that. There's no other Demon Hendricksons, or any good Hendricksons at all, so you're only building a UR gear set for one character, which is, I think, a huge investment, right? Especially for free-to-play players. And then you're also going to have to give them cosmetics for the CC, and everything like that, so you're not only building one character, you're building two. You have to keep that in mind. King is fantastic, but you need Hendrickson. It's not like, oh, I can slap I can slap King in whatever team I want and he's gonna work, because he won't. He won't. He needs Hendrickson. So that's absolutely something to keep in mind. Now, I think it's very flexible with King, what gear set you want to use. I have HP defense and I have attack and crit damage for him. I, for the most part, prefer attack and crit damage, but I know people that prefer HP defense, so again, for the most part, you can do whatever you want with him. But again, it's another unit that could use two gear sets. But so is Escanor, so. Now, let me talk about Escanor first, and then we're gonna play with them. Escanor, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot another point. King needs dupes. This ultimate, right here, is Lost Vein's ultimate, but stronger. Like, actually, King's ultimate is stupid. I said that he needs Hendrickson, but you could ult rush with King, because this ultimate right here is a guaranteed win. If you get this ultimate off at 6-6, it's a guaranteed win. At 1-6, not so much, but at 6-6 is a guaranteed win. Because I'm actually open up the English translation here just so I read it properly. But pretty much what it does is the multiplier isn't so high. Like, you see, like 450 at 6-6, that's not so high. But the thing is, oh, I have a pull up. The thing is that I'm gonna actually change here. Stop. Oh, that's okay. I have my my camera, but it's dark. 1-6 is 300 and applies Abyss. Abyss inflicts 30% more damage after the fact, in the start of the next turn, in the start of the enemy turn. I'm sorry, but as you progress with dupes, it increases that. And 30% isn't that major, but 60 is. Like 450% to 60% is huge. So you're guaranteed to win. If you ult with King, you are going to win. Like with Lost Vein, there's more variables. Like I've lost matches with Lost Vein because I didn't have any cards for him in my hand or something. But with King, if you ult with him, you will win at 6-6. At 1-6, not so much. And I think that's a big point. You need dupes for him if you wanna, use his ultimate. Like, you don't need to use his ultimate because his whole kit, like, doesn't need it, but it's a good point. Now, let's talk about Escanor. He's just a beast. First of all, Escanor has King on his banner, but banner-wise, King was at 0.5% on JP, while Escanor, of course, is at 0.25%, but keep in mind that King is on Escanor's banner. Yes, you have to wait a little bit longer, of course, if you want to pull both in just one banner. I think it's a good point that he is on Escanor's banner, and you can... if somehow you already have another festival exclusive 6/6, you could buy King from the shop, right here. Yeah, like, but you know, that's if you already have a festival 6/6, which, if you're free to play, I'm banning you down. So it's not like it's not an easy task. But regardless, Escanor doesn't need you to build on the character for him. Yes, it's very good to have him with Ludociel, but every single person I face using Escanor, not every single person, it's a generalization, but majority of the people I face using Escanor are using Escanor, Gopher, Liz. It could be green Gopher or red Gopher. Escanor, Gopher, Liz seems to be what everyone's running, and I'm a bet right now they already have Gopher built up. Like, don't you? Gopher is a fantastic character. You don't have him built up already? I'm sorry, but you're playing the game wrong if you don't. And Liz, if you pulled her, that's if you pulled her, you probably already have her built up. If you haven't pulled her, you can pull her from his banner. And Liz is a character that has survived the trial of time, because every single new... Oh, I just realized the fire effect is a little... Oh, it's so cool. Escanor is so cool. I think I'm a little biased, but Elizabeth has survived the trial of time. Every single new banner that comes out that is meta, you can slap Liz on the team, either on the back or in the front. And Escanor is another proof of that. Liz is with Escanor on the team majority of people use. And also with King. Liz is on the King majority of people use as well, so... it's like, you already have Liz built up if you have her. And if you don't have her, you might pull her on Escanor's banner, or you might, if you're someone for King, you might pull her on his banner, of course, as well. But I would say, for the most part, Escanor is a more free-to-play friendly option. His ultimate is fantastic, but that's not his kit. Like, his ultimate is, like, at 6/6 is genuinely the most overpowered ultimate in the game. Nah, I think King is the most overpowered in 6/6. I don't know. It's in between, because 1080%, and then he redoes the damage by 100%, and if the target's already dead, he does it to someone else. It's like a pseudo AoE ultimate with a 1080% multiplier. It's crazy, right? But King's 450 with 60%, it's on the floor for 2 turns. So I don't know, it's either or, because King's is a true AoE too, but I don't know, the 1080% is just way too strong for an ultimate that's almost an AoE at this point, because you are gonna kill someone. If you ult them with Escanor, they're dead, and then the damage goes to someone else. But for the majority of matches I've played with him and faced him, ults don't happen. People end the matches with the cards, because the cards are so strong. So it's something to keep in mind. And you could give him HP crit damage as well. HP defense for CC. I personally have been using him with attack and crit damage. I tested him with HP crit damage as well. Attack and crit damage is just better. And you see the CC with attack and crit damage is so high. Alright, so let's play with both. But I think, in my opinion, Escanor is more free-to-play friendly than King. In its majority of the reason is that, you know, you have to build Hendrickson. I think that's a big reason. Right, let me build a King team first, and we'll play some PvP. So this is the usual King team. I think the only difference between a regular King team and my King team is I put Death Priest in the back. King is a crit based unit, like he is, so... And that figure is going to give him a boost. I don't remember exactly who to put, maybe Merlin, but I mean, I guess it would help with the ults, but I just prefer having the extra damage. Or I could use Green Gil Thunder if I face Escanor. Oh, by the way, yeah, using King right now is not very fair for him, because the Escanor team, I'm assuming, just slaps him. Ooh, draw. But I think it's still, you know, it's still valid to use him. Alright, so this is the whole strategy, right? You just triple debuff like this. Unfortunately, I'm facing Drow, meaning they're gonna get resistance every time I hit them. But Drow wasn't all that relevant when Escanor was kept in mind, when King was kept in mind. But yeah, that's the whole idea. You just triple debuff them with Hendrickson and King, and now they can't cleanse because he seals cleanse. And really, they lose ultimate gauge every turn. That's like a very good lockdown. Like really, ult rush was almost dead, really, when King came out because you just couldn't do anything about it. Nowadays, I mean, ult rush is, I think, still pretty bad on JP. Really, like, there's no reason to run ult rush because if you face Escanor, he will stop you. Like, and if you face King, which you probably won't because it's not very popular anymore these days. But if you face King, he's also gonna just absolutely ass blast you because, like you see, every single turn you lose an ultimate gauge. Like go for here. Oh wow. Oh, this is a bot. Yeah, it's fine. Go for here. He has full ultimate, right? He has full ultimate, right? I'm not gonna. Oh, actually, I should touch him. Let me make sure that he loses the ultimate gauge. He has 2 debuffs. He needs 3 debuffs. 3 of the damage per turn debuffs. Yeah, now he has 3. Alright. He has 3 now. So, see what's gonna happen? Well, he loses ultimate gauge. Yep. Every single enemy turn that passes, they lose their ultimate gauge. Which is, I think, a big factor. King almost basically killed off ult rush because of that. So, it's something to keep in mind. That if you have King, if you have King, you just completely cock anyone that's using ult rush, which will be majority of people, because ult rush, you know, was the popular move. That's why they released King this way, taking off ultimate gauge every turn, because they knew that people would be like desperate to find a way to counter ult rush. But you know, that actually made people run less ult rush, and at that point in time, Pierce became very relevant. Pierce became very relevant, and now Global already has Rugal, meaning that they will be more able to counter King and everything like that. I'm in a bit of a tight spot here, because yeah, I can't do much about Gopher, because if I kill him, he's just gonna come back with HP, and I don't want that. It's unfortunate that I faced the Drow because those resistance buffs are really annoying, and I'm not getting King cards pretty much. This is a very unlucky match, I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm misrepresenting him just by getting an unlucky match here, but I think it's also important to say that the debuffs aren't always, you know, a guarantee that's gonna just destroy them. It's just not. But the team is very solid. I think still the King team is one of the best teams. I wouldn't say it's the best anymore. Like, if you asked me like 3 weeks ago before Escanor came out, I would say the King team was the best team in the game. But not anymore. No. And that's normal. That's the progression of time. Of course they're gonna make the new team the best team in the game. That's how gacha games work, right? They want to make the new thing the best thing. Yeah, it's definitely a bot. Definitely a bot. My revive hasn't even gone off yet. Yeah, so this is the thing about King, right? The more debuffs they have here, the more damage it does to a single target. So this is gonna kill him. Oh. Oh wow. Maybe the FPS didn't help so much. I think if I used Guild Thunder, I would have had a better experience with the team. But regardless, team works. It's still very good. I would say it's still very good. But isn't the menace there once was, is the thing. Let me move on to Escanor. You play a match with him. I could just use, of course, my regular Death Pierce, Gringelfer, Escanor, the Xiao team. But I think I'm gonna play with the regular team that everyone runs because I think it's more realistic for people to run that team, which is Escanor, Goddess, Eliz, and Gelfer. Just because having Ludoxiao built up is not an easy task, not everyone has that. Let's do this. Hopefully she won't die to the 2 attacks. Oh, 100% might kill her. Oh, okay. Yeah, 150k. Yeah, let's see the crits hit pretty hard for him. Alright, so this is the team that everyone runs. I would get a better usage of him if I was using Death Pierce, but the team that everyone runs with Lost Vein, so... And again, I still don't understand the Lost Vein. I mean, of course it is, because if one of your units die, then you get a very powerful unit in the front, right? Lost Vein is still a very powerful unit. I think Sauriel is better, but Lost Vein is still a very powerful unit. Oh, the Archangels. And if you have Death Pierce, right, what happens is that maybe, like, if they kill Goddess Liz, and Death Pierce comes to the front, then the buff for Gopher ends. But if you have Lost Vein, then the Gopher buff is guaranteed to never end because everyone's different ways. Yeah, this is what happens when you use Escanor. No crit support. I have no crit support. I mean, you can count. I guess you can count Gopher as a crit support. But I remember as soon as Escanor came out, one of my Twitter mutuals was very defending of the fact that you needed Death Pierce and you needed Ludoxiao for him to look good. But then you use Escanor without these two, and it's like, yeah, he doesn't need them. I'm telling you, he doesn't need them. Sayonara. Oh, that's unfortunate. He got that Ludoxiao ultimate? Turn 1 here? Did he just get lucky like that? Yeah, he did. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I got very screwed right there. It's okay, it's okay. Escanor will heal quite a bit. I mean, he has the damage reduction, but I think he will heal quite a bit here. Yeah, he has very good lifesteal. He might just not die from the ultimate. I should have done the opposite. I should have activated this card first and then this one, because this card here, the more percentage HP that Escanor has, the more damage he does. Let's see his ultimate here. Is it 6/6? Most likely. Ooh! Okay, calm down. Revive. Very nice. Very nice. You got that shield, huh? I think. That was unfortunate. Really unfortunate that he got that ult. Okay, let's heal. Okay, revive's gone. Max healed. Max healed. That's a good turn. We can just max heal just from damage. That's nice. Sayonara. My revive's gone, so if he kills. Oh, I did not want her to die because I want that stun. Oh, actually, do I need to stun? I think I'm gonna rank up Escanor, attack her, and then stun use, just so you can't take off ultimate gauge again. I think he kills her. If he crits once here, yeah. And then stun Tarmiel. Okay, oh, he only had one Tarmiel card? That's... okay. Well, he can't kill Escanor, so I'm good. I'm very much good. Very much good. So this is the ultimate, right? 1080% plus the 100. Meaning I'll ult that Ludoxiao, he'll die, and the damage will go to the Tarmiel. Oh, I only have one buff on Escanor now, but it's okay. I didn't really explain what Escanor King does, because I think I've done that so much. Oh! Never mind. The shield really helped him. The shield helped him tank. That's fine. That's fine. We're done. And we're done. Thank you guys for watching. I think for the most part, Escanor takes it. He's a much more free-to-play friendly character. But it's your choice, you can do whatever you want, I know you're dead.